Oh, hello there, guys. You just caught me eating some seeds. Well, it is a pastime activity after all. And you know what? Another thing that is a pastime activity, that would be playing the Ninth Age. So, welcome back to another Agoners Battle Report. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, this is back to the Ninth Age once again on the Gunners channel. Just explain, give you a little bit of an intro to this battle. So as you can see, we're playing Essence of War Advanced Rules again. But what you might not know, I did do one of the battle reports earlier when the game was in alpha and not all the army lists and all the factions were available. Now they are, in case you've missed it, if you're following the Ninth Age at all. Um, yeah, the Essence of War Advanced beta version is now out, which does mean it is feature complete, as it is a beta, so we do have every single army list in there, including all the auxiliary factions, everything that you can play in the full Fantasy Battles game of the Ninth Age, you can now play in Essence of War, basic or advanced rules. So that's pretty cool, I think you will agree. Um, so yeah, but it is a beta still, right? And there's a good reason for that. This is to give you a bit of an intro to this battle. Um, we do know, obviously, I'm part of the team that helps make the rules and do the balance, things like that. We're kind of a small team trying to do a bit of everything. Um, but yeah, there are some mistakes. There are definitely some clarifications to come, and there's definitely going to be some balance changes, points, cost adjustments, things like that in the future. But we're not rushing things. It's obviously it's not Essence of War. Obviously, is intended for newer players. It's not like it is a competitive game. Obviously, it can be taken seriously, but we're not playing, we're not expecting like massive tournaments, things like that to be used with these rules in general. But what we are doing here, as you can see on the screen right over there, we're doing a ladder matches, right? So we've kind of got this is the sort of semi-official ladder. Um, and yeah, so what this is on the forum, it's also on there's a Discord channel for it, things like that. If you want to get involved, it is open to absolutely anyone. So, and part of the reason for this is to do a kind of matchmaking basically, and to get us a load of playtest data with players that are trying to, trying to do their best as it were, and trying to win. So it's all about just getting you a different matchup. You play one game a month basically. You can play it in real life, or as you will see in this game, you can play it online via Tabletop Simulator or Warhol or any other online system you've got. Universal Battles 2 is the other one that I know a lot of players use. So it's just that I personally have Tabletop Simulator, so I know how to use that one. So this is done in that. And it's quite nice in Tabletop Simulator because we have a lot of the Essence of War things like set up in there for you if you want to use it. But obviously people have played on all kinds of systems, and you can also play in real life, of course. If you happen to get a ladder match on that month and it's someone you can meet in real life, you could just play it with the real models. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Very nice indeed if you've got the option. I have played Lucky Sixes before in real life. Funnily enough, I don't think any of it's up on YouTube yet, so maybe one day it'll be up there. But this match is from last month, so this has taken me a little while to put together this intro and get the video sorted. But yeah, we were actually in the kind of top table, as it were, in this ladder. So it's not really a tournament. It's just, you get to play someone else every single month, is the idea of it. And it's someone who's kind of won and lost about as many games as you to that point is the idea. So there's a kind of a bit of, bit of bragging rights to be at the top of the table. And this one was for the top number one spot. So you'll see us reference this in the video. Um, and yes, of course, as you will see, I'm up against Proxy Table Gaming's Lucky Sixes. I am, of course, Agoners Remy 77077, if you didn't know that. Lucky Sixes decided to bring an interesting list of Vampire Covenant, which we'll get into in a little bit. I have gone with the Cultists, so an auxiliary army in the Ninth Age. I'll explain a little bit. Obviously, by the way, if you don't watch Proxy Table Gaming on YouTube and you're into the Ninth Age, then you're probably doing something wrong. You should probably go and watch that guy's channel because they do a lot of excellent content on there. So check them out. Doing some videos, some shorts videos recently. I know if you've not got much time, and I know this is a long one, so if you've not got much time and you want quick little short videos, I know PTG have started doing that as well. So yeah, so I will explain a little bit about the lists in a minute, but one of the reasons we're doing this beta testing and play testing was we were asked like, okay, um, I was sort of like, what is the most broken thing I can do? Um, so yes, I have purposefully built what I think is probably the most sort of busted army I could for this game, and you'll see how it goes on with that. But it was an interesting test of, kind of a stress test of things. So yeah, I'll get into the armies in a moment. One second, just dealing with my own computer things here. So yeah, so this is, well, we'll talk about Lucky Six's list first. So this is the army list for the Vampire Covenant. I won't go over this too much, but yeah, this is how an army list looks in Essence of War Advanced. So unlike Essence of War Basic, you do get to choose exactly what you want to take onto the battlefield. We've also got a load more rules. It's still not as complicated as the full Fantasy Battles rules for the Ninth Age, so it's still a little bit easier for people to get into if you're new to the game, or if you just want a quick game. Like, it's, again, there's a lot less things to look up, a lot less special rules. There's no kind of like, complicated rule book to deal with. It uses all the same rules as Essence of War Basic, just a few more special rules on every unit, basically. So it does work a little bit differently to the Ninth Age in places, the full Fantasy Battles game anyway. But you do get to choose what you take. And so this is but you don't have every single option that you have in the Ninth Age, although we're probably going to expand it in eventually. But for now, the army list, to keep them balanced, every kind of faction has about the same amount of choices and roughly the same amount of special rules are added. So the Vampire Covenant, we'll see what Lucky Six decide to take. I kind of jump back and forth a little bit, but yeah, he's taken the biggest block of ghouls he could. He's taken the biggest block of zombies he could, and he's taken a very quite a big but also very cheap unit of direwolves as a kind of chaff unit, basically. So kind of like that setup, not messing about with any MSU nonsense. He's going in with the big blocks of boys. Leading his guys, he's got his vampire courtier on a steed, so on a skeletal horse type business, I believe. He's boosted him with a bunch of magic items. He's got a supernatural dexterity enchanted weapon. He's got toxic ichor on the enchanted armor, and he's got a dragon staff as his artifact. So again, if you want to get into all these options, these are all in the Essence of War advanced options. We don't have, again, every single magic item that you would get in the full Fantasy Battles game, but we've got a good subset of them. And they mostly work in similar manner. So you can boost your characters a little bit, but we don't want sort of really powerful individual characters. By the way, I've just realised a mistake on the screen here. His character does indeed cost 350 points total. The base cost of his character was 275, so apologies for that. But with added all those items on, I think he goes up to about 350. He's then taken a unit of Spectral Hunters, which are these quite fast. I think they believe they technically fly, so they've got. I think it's to represent the kind of ghostly power going through terrain and things like that. He's also upgraded them with Raven's Wings, so he has got a spell. Aviva's Vampire Courtier comes with some magic as well. We'll talk about this in the game, I'm sure. And he's got two very nasty single model units. These Varkalax, really quite dangerous. But yeah, onto the Cultists now. This is, again, I was looking at this army list and gone, right, something's not quite right here, and possibly a little bit overpowered and maybe a bit undercosted. So that's what we were kind of proving the point to see if I could do something very nasty with this army list, because some people said it wasn't very good, and I was like, I think it's probably the best one in the game right now, and here's why. What you do, you take an awful lot of these lovely succubi business. Basically, there's a few ways you could do this. But everything I started with was maxing out a ton of Sakubai units. And this was actually, I built a few different rosters to see which one I liked the best. And this was the maximum Sakubai one. There's one I had with 4 units again, but not quite as big units. But I figured this one was even better, even nastier business. So I spent a lot of points on core, but when your core's this good, you don't need anything else, right? So, and then I've also got a big block of cultists to back me up. I've got a general as Demon Symbiote, who's also got one spell, Evocation. That's a buff spell, Spectral Blades. Also buffed up with the magic weapon of Touch of Greatness and Distracting Gaze. That's basically been getting better armor, better attacks. I then got a unit of Possessed, which are these slow kind of great weapon wielding guys, really high strength, and a Profane Idol, because again it's a very powerful single model. So yeah, what I mean. So again, what basically we'll talk about. You'll see more of these lists during the game, but I wanted to give a bit of an introduction before you get into the game and actually see the list written out like this, because we don't have this in the actual video. But you will see all the models. Obviously, you'll see the guys on the table. But yeah, the whole concept was like, yeah, I've got a Succubi. I know I'm having a lot of these guys because I think they're really, really good. But they're only strength 3 AP1 attacks. So the whole idea was to try and go, okay, well, what if I'm against something that's pretty tough, pretty hard, maybe really good armor, maybe really high resilience. So I've kind of got the cultists to give me some static combat res if I need it. And I've also got a lot of high strength stuff going around here. So my character with a touch of greatness is to buff the strength and AP of my character. And then my possessed are hit slowly, but they've got a lot of high strength attacks. And again, the profane idol, a lot of high strength attacks. So yeah, we're going to go into a very long video now. I definitely should have edited this into some snappy highlights. I realise this, but it's going to take a while. So this is going to be a long video. Sit back and relax. It's a couple of hours. But yeah, I also like to big thank you to Veil of the Ages, of course, for setting up all of this stuff in Tabletop Simulator for us. Definitely go into his Discord channel and also check out his website. Just search for Veil of the Ages. He also did all the camera work and recording for this. He does kind of early on in the video, you'll see him kind of messing about, kind of setting up some cool overlays and things like that as the game goes on. So don't be put off by that. Promise you, by the end of the game, it'll all be looking very, very lovely. Also point out the last half an hour or so of this video isn't really the battle. What we end up having quite a little chat kind of on the recording, and we left it on here because it's quite an interesting chat. We're calling it the Agoners and Proxy Table Gaming Podcast, half an hour, little bit at the end there. And we're actually joined by PTG Hyper G as well. So it's me, Hyper G, and Lucky6es all having a little bit of a chat at the end about Ninth Age and Essence of War and what we think of the balance, things like that. I'll put the timestamp on that chat bit at the end if you don't want to watch the battle but you just want to get into the podcast. That'll be coming at the end for you. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one. It was quite an interesting, as I say, from a beta testing point of view. I might call this video something like "This is why we beta test." So enjoy, and I'll see you next time.
And here we are for our top table battle, right, Remy?
Welcome, Lucky6es. Yeah, we're being recorded now, so we're playing this one out, and you guys will hopefully get to watch this later, whoever you guys are. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. We're going to enjoy it because.
Who are you?
Yes. Who are you? Tell us. Oh, you can't tell us. Tell us in the comments. Yeah. I assume there'll be comments wherever this goes up.
Yeah, sure. I have no idea where this is going.
We don't know where it's going to end up, but we know there's going to be comments.
So we rolled for this map. You got first turn.
I've got to deploy first, which I certainly did not want to when I'm playing a crazy roster of a crazy army. So I have never played Cultists before. I don't really know what I'm doing, but this is the beta version.
All the excuses.
This is the beta. Well, I'm about to explain more because this is the beta version of Essence of War.
Yeah.
Okay, and we discussed this because obviously I'm on the design team as well, and we're quite aware there's a few issues in the beta. Let's put it that way, and that's why it's a beta. And yeah, one of them is a certain unit was a little bit strong, we think, on paper right now, and they're called Succubi. And as you might see if you're watching my deployment right now,
there's a lot of them.
I've brought the most you can possibly get. So just to try and prove the point. So basically, I mean, this is all on you, Lucky6es. Are we going to nerf Succubi or not? So,
so it's whether or not I'm able to.
No, they are definitely going to get changes. I mean, a lot of the not a lot, but there's quite a few of the armor lists need a bit of a tweak, for sure. Cultists, one of the ones that needs the most tweaks, which is why it was a little bit silly of me to take them. But I did ask everyone. I was like, "Are you guys sure about this? Do you really want us to do this?"
It's top table. It's no holds barred. Take what you want.
Yep, exactly what we thought. So
of which you have obviously the 4 Succubi. You've got the Profane Idol, the big boy you've just put out.
Yeah, the Propane.
You've got Demon Symbiote. As your leader, dude.
Yes, and we had another rules query we were talking about before the battle. They've got the Cultists have this Pledge to Darkness rule, so they can potentially change their base sizes. And I was trying to cheese that one out by not picking my base size until I got into the battle and saw what I was up against. But the powers that be, i.e., RH World Building, Rob, said no, stop cheating. So I did, and I was like, so I had to pick him.
Come on.
I had to choose his base size. Disappointingly, I've chosen to put him on a 25mm base rather than a 20mm base for my character, and then the units, obviously I wanted the smaller base sizes for my units. That was easy to choose, but the character was an interesting choice because I was like, well, it determines which units he can get into Yeah, so I went for 25 mil because he could potentially join the succubus. But now because I've got to deploy first, I was hoping I get to deploy second, then I can have a real good think about it. But now I need to have a really, really good think about it.
Oh, well, while you're
Apologies for
thinking,
this.
you've also got the Cultists and Possessed in the backfield. We'll say wave
moment.
1 is the Succubi, wave 2 is the actual Cultists. And yeah, and you'll be going first as well for people tuning in. Up against them is Vampires. We have a big unit of zombies, big unit of ghouls, some wolves just for show, 2 Varkalax because they're amazed wolves, and some spectral hunters, which I thought were interesting to take. Spectral hunters actually have Raven's Wing for a spell. I normally only have 1 spell, but I've gone for 2 this time. The other spell being Arise on my Vampire Courtier. Courtier? Courtier.
Courtier.
Courtier. Courtier.
I did it just eat some poor salut, some French cheese. So, I'm feeling a little bit French right now. So I like the courtier.
You can only say courtier when you're feeling sexy.
Courtier. Yeah.
It's a rule in Essence of War.
How sexy is your vampire? Is it he, she, they? They are riding on a horse?
They are riding, both of which are sexy. The skeletal steed included in that. So yeah. And it makes up for the unsexiness of everything else.
Yeah, this is one of my things with
classic French boy hanging around with other uglier people. Am I right?
They are pretty ugly. I mean, you've got the beautiful animated models though.
Yes, yeah.
I love. To be fair though, these papercraft ones are pretty nice as well.
I know all the art on shows is good.
And Hammer ones are really nice. So I can't be complaining. And this has all been put together by Veil of the Ages. So thank you very much.
Yeah, man. So are you deployed?
No, hang on.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm looking at.
I was filling time.
I'll explain my mind to the watchers and accidentally to you, but as we kind of know each other quite well, I'm sure we're not too bothered about this. The thing is, right, so the difference with the character is I think my character by itself is probably a little bit frightened of quite a lot of yours. Although you don't have any shooting to pick it off.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about is getting one-on-ones by a Varkalak or even your vampire.
Yeah.
I think the vampire versus me were about the same, to be honest. There's not a lot in it. There's a few little stats edges one way or the other, but generally speaking, they're pretty similar. I think the Aegis save helps me probably in a little duel. But funny enough, you've got the buff to your offensive skill on. The what's it called? I forgot the name of that ability. Supernatural dexterity.
Natural dexterity.
But my guy has distracting gaze, so actually you're still only hitting me on 4s. So
there you go.
So that one's quite a nice little counter pick that I didn't know I accidentally did. Well, it was one of those. I was like, well, what armor should I put on? Because I wanted basically it was leftover points on my character. It was like, well, I've got 75 points that I can't really spend. So it's a question of what items, even though I didn't, like I've got Touch of Greatness, which I think for 50 points is +1 strength, +1 AP. But again, it was kind of like, well, I can't think of anything better to take with the points. So I done took it. I suppose actually for 75, I could have had another spell actually, couldn't I? I could have used the Wizard's Hat, but I didn't. I thought of that actually. I thought of it now. A bit late. But never mind. But no, so sorry, yeah. Basically, the reason I'm looking at all this and waxing lyrical about it all is because I'm looking at the stats matchups. Because what I don't want is my Dim and Symbiote going down to a one-on-one fight. However, I think the Varkalax will mash him up big time on average. So I don't really like the look of that. So I'm seriously considering putting it into a unit of things. Particularly since you kind of have to deal with them, since you don't have any shooting, so you can't be like, because that was the thing. I was like, well, I don't know if I want to. Oh, do I want to lose a succubi? You know what? I've just talked myself out of it. I lose a succubi, don't I? And the succubi are pretty sweet. What's the armor on all your lads? So this is the other difficulty. None of it, I'm assuming.
Do one, mate. I've got
Do
armor
one.
one
Armor
on my
Oh,
horses.
see that was the okay. That the Varklax of an Aegis 4 up though. That's rather tasty.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's the problem. Is the Aegis? Well, I do the same thing to you. So this is the one thing I was worried about actually was armor. Because this list with all the Succubi obviously pumps out a massive amount of strength 3 attacks with AP 1. But I was just concerned. Well, what's the downside to that? It's like anything a bit tough and a bit armored, I can't really deal with. So I've got a bunch of high strength things in to try and make up for that. But you don't have the armor, so I've kind of wasted a lot of points there, kind of getting some AP into the list, which possibly wasn't necessary.
I suppose my Vampire Courtier has armor 2 up.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Oh wow. Okay. What? Okay, because you've got the steed gives you +2, does it? Ah, very nice, steeds. And you've got I think it's Toxic Ichor, not Access. Is that right?
Toxic Ichor. Each enemy melee attack that rolls 1 to wound against the model causes 1 attack back against that model.
What's interesting is in the alpha version that was really loads better and no one took it. We've nerfed it in the beta version and you've took it anyway. So
I liked it in the old version. I think it's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, again, it was the thing of like distracting gaze for my guy because he already had armor 3 and already had Aegis 5 up. There wasn't a lot of magic armor that I could take that would really improve very much.
Sure.
So the best thing I thought was distracting gaze to bump the defensive skill up. So even though I don't get any gain for armor from it, again, it was kind of just using up wasted points. Which was the only shame in this list because I was like, I feel like I've not efficiently used my points that well. Oh, I really can't decide now. Again, I'm gonna think out loud.
Don't change your mind. Go with your instinct.
I'm gonna think out loud for my instinct says put it in a unit, so I'm going to do that. I don't normally do that. This is a. Hang on, I want to pick the model off, not the tray in this case. Yeah, so I'm going to do that and create a mega unit. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, there's 2 things. I think the Varklax will be quite good at hunting my general, which will be scary, and I want to avoid having to worry about that. But then at the same time, creating the mega unit, you've also got a lot more kind of chaffy guys than me because you've got these dire wolves. And I'm also thinking, make a mega unit, you can chaff it. But then I'm also thinking I've got enough units that I can probably support them anyway. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. How would I best, if I'm going to create a mega unit, how would I best support it? Here's a rules query actually before we get going. So both of us I've got Fearless and Supernal on basically everything.
Yeah.
And you've got Unstable and Fearless and essentially Undead. But all of the stuff. So no one's running away, no one's fleeing the whole battle. If you so there's going to be no flee and pursuit as well. But if you charge someone and in the first round you essentially crumble them via either Unstable or in my case Supernal, you do overrun that, I assume.
You can overrun, yeah. You can, yeah. You don't have to. Yeah.
So it's not about killing them all properly in combat. It's after the break test has failed or the Unstable crumbling has happened that you have to do that, right? Yeah. Cool. I thought so, but I was like, you know what? That's never actually come up for me. But otherwise, you probably virtually never get to overrun versus a Fearless thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that makes sense that you do it that way, but I wasn't absolutely so sure. I think I like this bit better. Because he's got a lot of mobility, so we can easily get out of there. These guys, however, do not. Yeah, sorry, this is quite tough because I say I don't know. I know pretty much how the zombies and the ghouls and the spectre hunters work. We have got the big block splinter. Oh yeah, nice. Another Aegis guys as well with armor
On
one.
the Aegis.
Yeah.
The armor one, yeah.
Then again, you're paying for your AP 10, which is like ha 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 demons lol.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, so we're both essentially counterpick for other things that we're not facing. But yeah. I wonder if so we talked about. I nearly took a list with a bit more magic in and Hand of Heaven in. It would have scared, I guess. AP2. I guess it wouldn't have really scared any of your single guys. Hand of Heaven. So I think you'd still do what you want with them. You've always got the option of going in the Spectral Hunters as well, so I like that. It's very nice. Very nice list building there from LuckySixes.
Always, mate.
Always,
I'm not
always
sure he
keep
can he? It's real.
Oh yeah, he's on the same base size. Why not?
Oh, interesting.
Mr. Courtier, Monsieur Courtier.
But he hasn't got light troops, and they do, so that would affect that.
Yeah, you'll lose that. Okay. Oh, they're very different. Oh. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you very much.
Well, right, mate.
I mean, to be fair, deploying first, it's going to be a case of I'm just going to edge my guys up a little bit closer, keeping 1-inch gaps and all of that jazz. Oh, he's 18 from everyone. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. That's his spell, by the way. So I've only got one spell, dear viewers. And it is on my general, my Demon Symbiote, who's got what they call Spectral Blades, I think it's called. It's a pretty tasty buff for most of my units, put it that way. Probably the Possessed are the one that least care about it because they've got Strength 6 to start with, and the Propane Idol, as I'm going to insist on calling him. Darn it! Right, I'm gonna have. You know what? I'm gonna try and open. Can I open the same PDF twice? I'm struggling with stats here. Oh, PDF reader won't let me do that.
What are you looking for? I mean,
well, no, it's just because my list and your list, I'm not familiar with either the stats. I mean, I know them a bit, but like, there's too many.
You're a designer, mate.
Sorry?
You're a designer.
Neither do you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not. It's just to try and speed up lookups during the game. I'm trying to get both sets of stats kind of ready as we need them, but it'll be an adventure. I've almost deployed. This is the good news. Sorry about taking so long about this. It's the most important phase of the game, everybody. Don't rush it like me. I think that's more or less what I want to do. Anything dumb? You see, it's like, oh, cover, and I don't really care. There's no shooting. We've got some stat sheets. Look at this man. Sorry, Veil of the Ages. Yeah, do it. Right. Screw it. That's my deployment. We're calling it.
Nice. Cool.
Oh, we did mention the objective. The objective is to reach it's the same objective as the patrols, so it is get in the center by the last turn. So having the second turn, everything going LuckySixes way already at this point in the battle.
Yeah. It could not be better for me.
Gets to deploy second. Gets to get second last turn.
Could not be going better. This is
all happening.
This is all so good.
So
I mean, we could call it now if you want.
I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to quit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I rage quit the game.
I assumed.
No, I'm not. I want to roll. I want to roll some dice, LuckySixes. I'm here to roll dice. That's what I'm here to do. I've had a cup of coffee. I'm drinking my cup of tea. Got my dice rolling skills ready. But I'm already lucky this week, by the way. I better warn you.
I saw on your Twitter.
You see that? I entered a competition on Twitter to win a game, and I just instantly won it. And it was like, wow. As always.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like, we saw it with the Warhol key that I won that off you guys. That was very nice. And I just, like somehow these raffle style contests is where I get all my luck, basically. Look at this. What's going on here?
There's some shindigs going on.
Some absolute shenanigans I can see happening.
That. Oh, down a bit far.
Yeah, so yeah. Our man Valley Edges is putting down some stats cards for us. They are fairly hard to read, I will just say. If you're listening.
Oh, never happy, is he, eh?
No,
never
they're a bit small. The tech. Well, you try it. I mean, maybe it's my monitor.
I've got my PDFs open, Matt. I don't know what you're on about.
I've got the PDFs open, but I can't have. The problem is the Vampire Covenant is on the V's and the Cultists are on the C, so they're very far apart in the documents. I have to scroll a lot of pages. I was like, let's have that a bit more easy to see what's going on.
A few misalignments.
Let's talk about it. So what didn't I take in my list? So I didn't take some Clawed Fiends. I quite like them, but they have a lot of speed. But I've already felt like I've got enough speed with the Swift Stride and the Succubi. And yeah, basically the whole places on my list, as you can probably tell, is like smash as many Succubi on the board as possible. And then it was like, well, what best supports that? So I was looking for stuff that gave me potentially a bit of range, though I didn't manage to get it in. I could have gone a bit more with the magic. Oh, what's that pinging? Something's happening. That was you. Oh, he's made him bigger.
Making them bigger?
I think the vampire ones are bigger. Yeah, I can read those now.
Right. Now, one thing I'm very used to, and please correct me if I'm wrong, with vampires, is there is no 18-inch or 12-inch bubble for marching. Oh, it could be undead. It could be undead, wouldn't it? It would be in the undead rule.
No, but there isn't. They don't have undead. They just. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. You're right. It will be in the undead rule.
So I'm completely wrong there. Yep. Forget that. Cool.
What is the undead rule?
Can't match if you're out of 12 inches.
Okay. And then,
of course, my dogs are.
Yes, your dogs, but you're not wanting to march them because they got fast enough anyway.
It's over to you. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
In terms of things, so have a good game, sir.
Yeah, good luck, good game. Let's get good luck, have fun, as they say. So your direwolves are not actually light troops, but your Spectre Hunters are.
Direwolves are not.
Interesting. Well, sadly, there will be no charges. So yeah. Oh, there we go. So
I thought you wanted to fight, mate.
I do want to charge you, but unfortunately, the rules have made it illegal.
No, that's true, actually.
I don't like those rules. Terrible rules. Who wrote them? So we'll go straight to movement, and our man behind the scenes is doing it for us. I can see his crazy little hand. He's the silent, but and he's putting markers. Oh, look at this. This is professional TTS, ladies and gentlemen. The pro is here. He knows what time it is, and it's marker time. I mean, I feel like most of it's just going to be like what charges I want to give you. I feel like you'll spam in a whole load of guys on these guys. So let's start with these ghouls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was thinking about the woods then. I was like, none of us care. It's like they literally don't do any. I mean, they do a little bit. I suppose they do to you. They do to you actually. You big bases, but like yeah. Other than the dangerous terrain, I don't think any of their rules affect us for hindering terrain because we don't. Yeah, because there's a strange thing about because obviously the way it affects your steadfast normally can matter a lot, but as neither of us have that or neither of us care about steadfast. I suppose I technically do a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit because I can then base discipline roll. Yeah, so we're looking to give you some makeable but long charges. So so Mr. Varkalaki,
He loves
this
it.
one, he's exactly on 17. That's irritating. So he's got Swift Stride, I assume, as will your Spectral Hunters.
Yep.
So he's got 7s. He'd need a 10 on the Swift Stride, and the Spectral Hunters are also on a 17. So
there you go.
they need a 9 on Swift Stride. And he's just slightly closer, actually. I don't know why. Oh, I guess just the millimeters of the positioning on the deployment. But that's how it goes. So Mr. Vampire Courtier might come in too.
I think actually the Vampire Courtier is, well, the actual model is changed. The model is further than the base. But I'm sure that'll get fixed by some fairies. So carry on.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight. So I just did a little shuffle it. I want my majority to be out the forest in case it matters. If that's why I did that little thing, by the way, with the succubus there. Because it was 50-50, and I was like, let's just do it differently. So there's no kind
all
of
good, my friend.
No kind of nonsense. You know what I mean? So yeah, we are 17 from you. We're 17.1 now from the guys. So I like that. I like that positioning. I'm quite cool with that. Yeah, I think I like that. Do I want to stick the symbiote on a corner? Huh. That's a very interesting choice for you. What are your stats, your Varkalak again? So you're going to have offensive skill 5, so you're going to hit me on 4s. I mean, you'd be taking a big chance. Your agility 4, so I don't care, right? Cool. I get to go first. That's all I care to do. As long as I'm a guy that gets stuck before, as long as Mr. Demon has to have a pop. So now I'll leave my demon positioned as is, because I don't think you can escape fighting him if you come in with your Varky. In case you wanted to try and that's not really a snipe. What do you call that? If you run a
I guess it would be
assassination attempt on a character thing. Like yeah. So yeah. I'll rotate you a little bit, maybe. Oh, this is a single model, isn't it? So I can kind of just go where I like. Yeah. Oh, apparently I can't. Oh, it's snapping. Oh. It's because it's on a tray. Should I don't know if I should keep the tray or not for a single model. Oops. Sorry, TTS issues. Apologies, viewers, if you're watching this. I'm wondering what the heck's going on. Yeah, this. Okay. Is there a reason to have the trays on single models? I'm going to move it out the way, but I'll keep it around in case there's a reason to have it. Do you know what I'm talking about here? LuckySixes?
Not really, but
okay.
I'm happy for you to do whatever you want to make it easy.
Yeah, well, I was having trouble positioning my profane idol. I won't call it the propane idol just for this turn, because it kept snapping back to its tray.
Sure.
But it's a single model, so I don't know if there's any reason to have the movement tray on. I think maybe it's because of the.
Looks nice, right? These are the red units. These are the blue.
Sorry.
Just looks nice, doesn't it?
It doesn't. Well, it might be those marker arrows. There could be a reason
Sure.
I'm missing that. There's some useful things going on behind the scenes. Yes. Veil of the Ages has given a visual demonstration on the side of the board for us as to why it would be useful. So we can put it back on him later potentially. Will that work? Kind of. Close enough. Yeah. So. All right. Close enough. So yeah, everyone's just scooting forward. So you can Vampire, Courtier, Monsieur Courtier. So agility 6 on the Vampire. Oh, no, actually agility 8 because you have the buff, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, my Courtier. Yeah.
Nice. And I'm agility 5. So either way, I would be going second. But I don't think your Vampire. I've got defense 10. No, hang on. Defense. Sorry, wrong list. Defense 8.
Say.
I was looking at Kulimar's Deceiver, not the Demon Symbiote,
yeah.
confused between demons and cultists. So I've got defense 8, res 4, armor 3. Armor 3 and Aegis 5 up. So I'm not that shabby on the old defense. And 3 hit points. I mean, you might one-shot me.
I might do it.
4 attacks. You got to get lucky though. You've really got to get quite lucky to one-shot me with the Vampire. And then I swing back, and then I might do a bit of damage. You might get killed back as well. So it's high risk stuff.
Yeah, man.
Because I have got AP. What have I got? Because I've got +1. I've got my Demon Symbiote's got strength 6, AP 4. So that big time armor, not so useful against my Demon. We're just going the pushing up there. Oops, finally we get a wrong one. Nope. 7. Oh, it's all gone terribly wrong. Right, I've messed it all up. Apologies. It's going to happen, and that's why we have the genius markers. So when all goes horribly wrong, you can put them back to where they were. So this is a very interesting choice for me. Direwolves. Do I? They've only got 1 attack each. Got devastating charge, so you'll have strength 4, AP 1 on the charge. If you get him off flank, you'll have a reasonable chance of doing a fair bit of me. But do I really care? Is the question. That's 5. See, the trouble is, I know what you can do. Well, you can only go 8 with them, can't you?
9. But yeah.
9. Okay. But you can put them in a really annoying spot where I probably can't charge you. I don't know. Because of the building. By not.
Because you're 6 forward.
Yeah. I think you can use that gap as a I can't actually charge you thing because I can't fit. Which is irritating. But what can we do about it? Not a lot. That's the answer. So I believe that is my movement. And let's
Lovely.
checking my ranges of spells. Everything's good. Checking your charge ranges. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Yeah. Yeah, you can all have a go. Whenever you like. Please, let's have a fight.
Do it.
So yeah, I'm on the these flex cards. Whoops. So I've got the 7 plays 4. I mean, it's all pretty irrelevant to me. I will attempt. See, I'm not that bothered this round, to be honest, because you don't have any amazing charges. You might have a few. I'm gonna just for the sake of it, I'm gonna slightly chance this, and I'm gonna 4 dice, even though you've got 4 dispel dice.
Yep.
I'm going to 4 dice spectral blades on the far right unit or far left to you unit of Sukubai.
Cool. Boom.
So you stop it anyway, so that's fine.
Boom
As
down.
I say, I'm not that bothered this round, so I think that's it. Over to you.
Very nice.
No shooting, no combat. Dead.
So yeah. So let's see what we've got then. What have you left me? So we got 17.1 and 17, wasn't it?
Send them all in.
Yeah.
You might. I know you might. I was like, hang on a minute. You might do that.
So 16.5, and that is 14.
Ooh, yeah, juicy.
So that is a 6, and 16.5 is a 9. Presumably, there is a charge. That's interesting.
Statistics.
Is there a charge there? Probably not. 20. That's a bit much. So I think I'm going to charge. And I think I'm going to charge here and here.
Oh, wow. So
I'm also going to charge here as well.
Varkalak by himself?
Yeah, man. He's got you.
Obviously, I've got no charge reactions because everything's fearless. So
yeah.
just roll them then, I guess.
Sweet. So we need Varkalak on his own is needing a 9. Right?
On the Swift Stride, yeah.
Sick. So let's see if he gets it. Boomtown.
Easy. He does easy. Wow.
No problem, mate. No problem. The Vampire Courtier going into that unit needing a 9. 8 plus, yep. So say. Does he get it? He does not. He gets a 7. And the Varkalak on his own needing a 6, I think. Yeah, it's in. All right, cool. Varkalaks are in.
Varkalaks are in, but Mr. lagging behind, Monsieur Courtier.
Yeah, right.
He's too busy eating his cheese. That's what he's been doing.
Classic Frenchie. He's like, oh, let's charge, and then doesn't.
Maybe. I can't do a French one. That I'm sorry. I don't know any French really.
Supré du banane. Super banana.
It's one of the languages I do actually know a little bit of, but forgot it all. That's the problem. I was actually very bad at French in school. That's one of the few subjects I was bad at. So you're choosing to align with my Demon, are you?
Absolutely.
Well, you can't not actually, because I put it in the middle. Yeah. So you're fighting it no matter what you want to do.
Cool. And then this one.
This guy, you've got a lot of choices where you want. Ooh, what happened?
I Control-Z'd and completely forgot. It has to load up again. Don't worry. Just don't press anything. We're all good. We'll be good in literally a few seconds.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
Chill out, mate.
Okay, sorry. I had a whole Dad's Army moment there. Wow, I'm showing my age tonight, aren't I? Or this afternoon, rather.
Yeah.
Don't know what time of day it is. Referencing
Ooh.
shows from the. Oh, that's nice. It's like I planned it.
Boy.
Actually, you can't. Oh, you can see because it's towering. Oh,
Right. So yeah, that's my. We have a failed charge of a 5, so he goes in order to wheel. Is it 9 or 7 to go left? I'm gonna say 9. Oh yes,
I mean,
but that's way too
you can
much.
kind of just. Well, no, but he's a single model, so you can kind of just pick him up, can't you? And just do center to center. I can draw you a line if you want, like
Sure.
roughly like that.
Cool, that's easy enough. And he goes, "Thank you very much." He goes
like
5. So looking at 3 there.
We need to delete those tokens. Yeah.
Oh. Nice. Here we go. I could just tell Peglio where to move my stuff, and he could just move it. Real easy. It's quite nice actually. Right. So yeah, we're gonna do some shenanigans over here with the doggos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think because of stuff, you can't do anything.
No, I don't think I can try. This is what I was worried about, but I was like, well, all I have to do is ignore that because I can't do anything about it. It's very annoying.
So what have we left here? I just need to make sure there's nothing silly. 16.1, so that is not a charge.
Are you doing a double wave assault here? Oh, I see. We both created the Hawkman strategy.
What's that?
From Flash. Do you remember Flash Gordon? Again, I'm aging myself.
No, I don't. Never seen Flash Gordon. That's on stream. That's
I highly recommend it. It's the movie that taught me most swear words that I know in my life. As a small child, my parents thought it was family friendly, and it definitely wasn't.
Fair enough.
It kind of is. It's one of those that, like, if you're a kid, you miss half the sort of innuendos and things. So, do you need some markers for your guys? I'm sure.
So I've got 18 inches, 16 inches I can go. But I want to be a little bit careful. Do I care about your profane idol? 5 attacks on 4s. It's probably not. It's probably one of the ones that's pretty good matchup for me. So I think let's do it as such. So how do you do the moving and?
For light troops, right? You can essentially just move them as a block, like a single character. So you can pretty much just pick them up, rotate them with the Q and the E.
Yeah, so I can go. I mean, all the way up to there.
Yeah, as long as you don't go further than your movement.
So it's about there.
Yeah, because we've got the marker, we can easily see where you can get to. There's no limits in Essence of War as to like how much like individual model movement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you know in fantasy battles, there's a few restrictions because you can create daft.
It's
more of a thing in fantasy battles because you can create obviously like weird shapes units.
Sure.
And therefore do complete shenanigans with light troops if you didn't have those rules. But in Essence of War, because we've fixed the unit like blocks, like there's less ways you can actually abuse it anyway. So you're trying to get out of line of sight of the propane.
Yeah, let's see.
It's the propane tank.
Ooh, not quite. I don't think it's very, very close. But I don't think there's much I could do anyway. So stick with where I am there.
But you're not. You said you're not scared of it. Anyway.
No, I think it's not too bad there. It's whether my Varkalax sticks really is the be all and end all.
Given what you've taken against me, right? I just wish I had more sucker pie.
Yeah, right.
like they were supposed to be the sacrificial guys, but actually they're probably the best units on the board for me at the moment, as well as being, like they're just my anti-armor stuff is kind of like, well, we're just here to anti-armor and there's nothing for us to fight really. Oh, we're gonna have to be careful that gap.
6.
You're on it. You're on it.
7. Oh,
Yeah, very nice. Funky.
stay where I am, I think.
Ghoul. So ghoulish.
In it, bro. Right, that's me done. On to magic. Excuse me.
Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here.
So I have 2 spells. I have Arise and I have Raven's Wing. Arise is literally no good in this right now. So I'm going to go. I need to pick one.
You need to get. Yeah, we already shuffled them.
Put it here. Flip that bad boy. Oh, the best one.
I've got it. Is the best one. You normally say that for every card, which I appreciate. I appreciate the continued dedication to every card being the best.
Absolutely. Well, you just got to be optimistic with every card. Is what I'm thinking. I will do 4 dice on Raven's Wing on my unit there, and on
themselves.
On themselves. Yeah.
They can cast it on someone else, I believe, can't they? They don't have to.
Absolutely could. But they are going to do it just on themselves. And I'm going to cast it on a whopping 7.
A whopping 7, and there's a triple.
And a triple 2.
I will still try and stop it. Oh, that's a lot of dice. Sorry, it's because my things are upside down. Apologies. 2 dice. We beat it. So at least you don't get the miscast. That's
there you go.
So do you know what? If you miscast on a unit, I suppose the unit just takes the hits. It's like
the unit.
Yeah. It's not as bad on a unit, I suppose.
Okay, well that's that. I have no shooting, so let's go on to combat. So let's go on to the Vaklak with your lord. So after you. So technically you have 4 attacks, so 1 should get through. Is what I'm thinking.
They're all going through. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
They're all going. So
no, I mean from your lord is what I think.
Oh no, he's going to kill you one shot.
You reckon? I'll be well happy. I'll be well happy if he does.
So 4 attacks. Is he hitting on 3s? I think he is.
Offensive 5, defensive 5.
Oh, hang on. So
unless you're better offensive.
No, I've got So I've got a Demon Symbiote, offensive 5. So Varkla, the defensive. Oh, they are defensive boys, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cheeky. All right, I take it all back. You're right on the math. Can I rotate these? That's better for me. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to rotate. So I don't do that failed dice roll thing. I'm just rotating my dice rollers. So yeah, so boss man is swinging and disappointingly hitting on 4s with his 4 attacks. But as I said, everything's going to hit.
Ooh.
Not a good start for Mr. Symbiote. Agility wise, who goes next? Your agility 4, my guys.
I'm 4, yeah, you're at 5.
I'm 5, so it's by time. Okay, so we've got
man.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 12 attacks, and then another row.
You got 3 in the front because you've got your lord.
Yeah, so 3. So that's 9 attacks plus 4, so 11 more attacks.
Yep.
And these also hit on.
Yeah, 4s. Yeah.
So 9 attacks hitting on 4s.
No, it's 11 attacks.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 more then. Well, we're not rolling so well this time. So I've only got 4 hits. Oh, could be worse.
Winning on 6s?
Yep. Well, absolutely nothing. Disappointing. Varklak's broken.
Absolutely, mate. That's why I got 2.
They are very strong. Very, very strong. I didn't think I thought I'd do all right against them with these big blocks, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the only thing of mine that can do anything against the Occupied. So, if I'm honest, right. So 5 attacks. I'm offensive 5. You're defensive 4.
If you're going against the unit, yes, correct.
Well, let's have a look at this. This guy, he's defensive 4 as well.
I've got plus 4 defense.
Oh, you'll be defensive. Distracting gaze. I'll be hitting you on 4s, so my 5's go down to 2. Then you got 5 up. Now we got to get some combat res while we can. So hitting on 3s on the unit. There we go.
No one's hitting today.
Yeah, winning on 2s.
Winning on 2s. That's the good news. And I've got 2 Aegis saves. Get one of them. So one Succubite is down.
We're both combat heavy, and I won 1-0. 2-0. But
No,
you
but I've
get,
got
but
two
it's
ranks.
2-2 for the ranks.
2-2. So
There we go.
Tie.
We continue.
Great. What an exciting combat that
Oh,
was.
this is video worthy, isn't it?
That was some hot rolling from both of us.
Yeah,
Showing why we're both feeling lucky today.
Yeah.
I can't roll a single good 3. I can't roll a single 4.
Yeah, man. No, right. Next one is all over to you again, but you'll have a few more attacks with the succubi.
So we got 4 times 3. That's 12, 16.
16. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do 8 and 8, all on 4s. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This time they're all gonna hit.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit better. That's 8. Exactly 8, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Is that right?
Yep.
Exactly average.
And then some 6s.
8. They're all going to be 6s. 10 of them.
Ooh, nice.
3 of them
6s.
now.
So 3 6s. So go straight to 4 up.
Beefy ages.
And 2.
Takes 2. Okay, that's a good job. So good job, Succubi.
Yeah, well, that's really good. So over here, hitting on 3s, very good, and win on 2s. 4 wounds
so
and 5
4
ups.
Aegises. 4 Agi. This is a little bit more deadly over here.
Yeah, right.
So once again, though, it's another tie. I believe.
Yes.
I've got 4 and you've got 4.
Yeah, man.
Unless I'm drastically mistaken. Oh, it doesn't really matter on the 3rd rank, does it? So. Wow. Combat.
There we go.
Combat simples.
Combat wombat, mate.
Combat simples. Oh, what's this going on here? Why?
So I got charge, is what we're saying.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, good point.
So you do lose. Well, you take a test, don't you? Supernal.
Take a test. So discipline. I've got discipline 8 from the general, I believe.
Yep. So down to 7, and you're all good.
So all good. Madame Succubi does not die this time. So, right, charge phase then for me. If I'm correct.
Absolutely.
So because the profane, sorry, I should stop doing that joke. It's not very funny. Can see the Varklak, right? Because of towering.
Yep.
So I can. So that's a legal charge, I think.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. I'm gonna have it.
Yeah.
So I think it's an auto win. Oh, we didn't do any combat reforms, but obviously it's your turn. Or do you want to?
No, I'm happy where I am.
Happy where you are. So I'm not going to try anything either because I can't really do very much. I can't move anyway if you don't move. So yeah, all you could do is get close to me, but you don't really want to, I assume. So I mean, I've got a few options. The profane could try and have a go at the ghouls, which it might do quite well against them.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll
high
think
res.
about this one. High res, which ghouls do not like. That's an intriguing option, actually. Let me have a little think about this. So he's got armor 2 as well as 5. 5 attacks, but I'll have a D3 stomp against them. But then I kind of want to kill that Vark. Oh, it's very tricky. Very tricky indeed. But how dicey is it? So I need it's a 13, so I need a 14. So I need a 7 on the Swift Stride. But I'll get a +2 combat rest for coming in your side, which is no. I want the Varkalak. So yeah. So there is a charge.
Oh.
So not a very good line. I don't think I've got any of the good charges because I can't charge over here as we discussed because I can't fit. I knew you were going to do that. That's why I said it. I was like, I can see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Well, they're a little bit close to that impossible, but I'll let you off because you're such a nice guy. Because you could have easily positioned him a couple of minutes.
You can.
I know. Actually, no. I can see. Actually looking at the. Oh no, they are slightly on it. These guys can't. Oh, press the wrong keys. Why? Oh, I've got the chat open. How do I go away from this? Sorry, I've got a weird TTS issue that I've never encountered before. It keeps loading up my global chat channel. Go. What? I don't know what's happening. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a. Yeah, I think that's my only charge, disappointingly, because I can't really make any others. Although I have a lot of options with. You gave me a lot of options with my idol.
Yeah. Getting out and about.
Don't particularly want fighting Mr. Courtier, and I don't particularly want to fight the. Well, I do want to fight the ghouls, but right now there's a better target. Is my thinking here. So that's my charge phase.
Lovely.
I think he's just auto win. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so I'll just pick him up.
Boom, boom, boom.
And position. Now, this is a tricky one because I could position him, corner clip him, do some nonsense like this, which might be funny. But then I'm getting, I mean, are you auto in anyway? Pretty much, yeah. Like, yeah. I might as well because, like, something like that. Just because I just want to allow myself some space to post combat pivot if I should kill you. And getting out of range of the courtier, monster courtier, is unlikely. Getting out of range of the ghouls, well, I mean, if they come in, they come in, whatever. Like, there's not a lot I can do about it. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to position him there. Once again, he's lost his movement tray, but we'll just put it to the side if we ever need it. It's there. So I think that's it for charging. Just to make sure I will have space to rotate him, won't I?
Yeah,
let's move him a little bit further up, and I might get a tasty over in here into your.
Yeah, man, go in.
It might happen. It might happen.
Yeah,
it might happen. I mean, he doesn't really want to be fighting them, but you know, he's not that. They're quite good, aren't they? Because they've got the AP, which is good against him, but then they are high. What strength are they? 5.
Yes, 5.
Yeah, I mean they are light troops though, so no rank. No. So they're not. Yeah, but they'll be swinging at him with a fair old bunch of attacks.
Yeah, decent amount. 2 attacks in the front. So I mean, you're going first, so it depends on how many you kill.
Yeah, it depends on how many I kill. Well, this is all premature, really, isn't it? But
it is. It is.
Yeah, I think I probably have it just cause. Right. So the rest of my movement, the markers are down. So, oops, wrong one, of course, and a wrong one to undo it. That was amazingly well done from me. What is? Oh, there's something wrong with my keys. I'm not pressing that. I'm pressing the right one to undo it, but it's doing weird stuff. Because it should be 3 to reverse a 9, but it's not doing that. So 7 to no. So 3 to take that back. What is going on? I'm sorry about this. I'm getting TTS confusions. So 9. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going 9. I think is what we're doing. And then these boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So am I out of sight of the dire wolves? For some reason I can't put a line of sight marker down. Angles. No. Oh, there we
There
go.
we go. Look at that. Lovely.
There we go. Beautiful.
Good old
Just
trays.
Just as like I planned it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now again. Yes, look at that. That's perfect.
Beautiful.
There we go. Thought I should be able to do it. I looked at that and I thought, I think they'll be able to get out, just eyeballing it, but I didn't obviously have any measurements. Now, have I left myself a big enough gap here is the question. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I getting too close? Yeah, slightly.
You got a bit of room on the other side there.
Yeah, 1. Oops, wrong one again. Oh, why can I not get the keys right today? LuckySixes, I'm having a nightmare.
What happens when you take 6 units of infantry?
A numpad nightmare. That's what they call this. This isn't TTS, by the way, guys. If you're watching this, you're like, what is this numpty doing? And you're like, well, it's just me being a numpty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it doesn't get a lot closer.
There we go. Perfect.
Is that enough? I mean, I think
that's fine by me.
A millimeter in or something.
Yeah,
but
it's fine by
like,
me.
Yeah.
No worries.
They just want some action, you know. These boys,
Yeah.
boys. Look at them. They
get involved.
Boys, ladies, still. I think all mine are it's. They're all.
Yeah.
I think they're all they them's. It's. They're all. Cultists do not care for your gender roles, basically.
Yeah, right. They identify as cultists.
They do. They bloody do.
And
so right, how do I get rid of my
That's
stupid line? I need to delete that. Erase. Oh no! Oh, I don't want to do that. Erase. God, there we go. Beautiful. So let's do the pillow fight combat first.
After you.
Oh no, magic.
Yeah, for sure.
Magic, sorry. So we've got a 6 place 4.
Ooh, the best one.
Right. I am going to 5 dice spectral blades. And
he wouldn't.
Ooh, let's see. Let's see about this. Varklax res 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on my own unit.
Yep, makes sense.
Boom. There's my dice.
Gets it.
17. Woohoo! Spectral!
That's close as well. I didn't think I'd get that.
That was close, yeah. So, let's see if my boss man can hit anything this time.
Yeah.
We'll go to combat phase. Melee, yeah, that's okay. So 4 attacks hitting on 4s. Whoop whoop! Gets 1! So it's a 3 damage, but with a reroll.
With a reroll.
Didn't need it anyway. It's all on the Aegis.
All on the Aegis.
Can we do it? We cannot do a wound. Disappointing. Right.
Take the holsters off.
Yeah, I know. So is it? Did we say next? Yeah. So it was 9 attacks, wasn't it? No, 11 attacks.
11, yeah.
So I'll do 9 and 2, and these hit on 4.
I think we did. You did say 11 last time, but is it 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Oh, I think it's 13. You know,
all right, we'll have another 2. All right, we'll have another 2. So how many hits I've got? I've lost track of what I've rolled now. Sorry, hang on. Why is my game log not working anymore?
7, as far as I can see.
I don't know what's going on. I've got a really strange.
Doing the old-fashioned way, you got 1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not very good then, but better than last time.
7 out of 13, more than average.
Oh, good point. Sorry, I'll shut up. I can't do math. So 6s to hit, 6s damage with a reroll.
Here we go.
Get 9. I'll roll them all on another roller.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling this one either.
You should have done the third one. It's always, oh my goodness.
Wow, that's epic. Epic whiffing, boys and girls.
Right.
They and thems.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got a combat res because I'm 2-0 down in a minute. So hitting on 3s, 3, and then winning on 2s. Good at wounding, very good at wounding.
Aegis is so 2. So we tied again.
We tied again, baby.
Ridiculous. This is a not very good fighting from the Sucker Boys so far. They really should have done some damage by now.
I'm very surprised.
These guys, right? So we'll move to this one.
But yeah, the good one.
The good one. So profane is agility 3, so it's going last. So I'll swing with my Sucker Boy first.
Sure.
So it's 12, 16 attacks.
16.
Yeah. So 8 and 8.
8 and 8, hitting on 4s.
Okay, I've got my rollers back now as well. So 5 plus 4, 9 hits.
Yeah.
So we need some 6s.
Looking for 6s. These are the guys that get the 6s.
There we go. There's a couple.
So Magus. No, dead.
This Varkalak. The other guy is just sucking all the luck from this guy.
Yeah.
So 2 more damage this phase, but
Very
he's
funny.
still not dead. Still not dead.
Who isn't dead?
Varkalak.
Yeah, 4 HP.
I thought he's dead.
Yeah, man. He's gone.
Nice.
Blech.
Needed flank charge. So Mr. Profane Idol can overrun, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if I do, yeah, I'll get out of arc if you spectral vampire man. So I think I'm going to.
Sweet.
Because I don't see an advantage in not, because all the things that I could turn to face that could then charge me, I completely get out of charging if I hit these spectral hunters. And whilst I don't particularly want to fight them, I don't mind pinning them there, is my thinking. Again, thinking out loud for the viewer. So I do a swift stride, I believe.
I'm
going 8. So obviously, so he just lines up front to front like some kind of fool. Whoa, Mr. Propane, calm down. Anyway, he's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Now the tricky thing is with these guys who would love to be in a fight with you. Can I possibly? So they were like this. Let me get the center point. Can I get them in any angle where they'd be able to charge into that? I don't think I can. No. Highly disappointing. I think I just can't really do anything with them for the reform, because there's no really way I can point them if there's anything good. Oh, well. I mean, I feel like he did something, but he didn't really.
Varkalak baby. Oh, I suppose he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
was there for moral support.
He guaranteed it. Like, if my rolling had flipped, it would have been great, because I was like, well, I'm going to probably crumble you this combat because I've got like +3 combat res on you, or +5 on you, like in that combat.
Yeah.
To start with, so there's no way I'm not going to crumble you probably. But yeah, I got all the luck there. I'd rather flip that. But that's cool. We're good with that. We don't care. So yeah, over to you.
Sound. So I am going to let's do a little bit of this and a little bit. Let's charge him a general here, and let's charge.
Yeah, he wanted it, didn't he? The general wanted it. I could tell.
Yeah, he wanted. He's ready. You know.
Yeah. If the profane had some tasty impact hits, then I might have gone into him just to try and knock some hits off him. But I was like, the chances are I'm just going to bounce off him. And
yeah, I think I would have been quite happy for that. I think.
Yeah, I think.
So I need 13 on my ghouls, which is a 9, I think. And I mean, like 11 on my lord. So I'll do the what's it called? The ghouls first, needing a 9. Pachow chow. Oh, baby.
Wow, ghoulishness.
And the lord, who's bound to fail, needing like 2.
No,
there we go.
it's all going off
There
this
we
turn.
go.
It's all going off.
So, and that is all that we are in. So, Vampire Courtier, very interestingly, is going to
Wow.
go.
I believe you cannot fight my demon.
I know I have to maximize, absolutely.
Because you have to maximize my Succubi, don't you?
Yeah.
So that stops you getting. I didn't think of that, and I should have shuffled my demon over last turn, but I've got away with it essentially. Because as long as you get all my guys fighting. Yeah.
And my ghouls are in, which is nice. So, which
This is going to be an absolute slugfest very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we'll be done. We'll be over soon.
The predictions of fighting.
Either way,
it is getting fighty out here.
Right. So
what exactly are the zombies doing, by the way? Just like from a narrative perspective.
Mate, they are chilling.
Could you
They're
help
like
us out here?
they've all got their bongs. And they're just chilling, mate. They don't need so chilling like a villain.
I think maybe Monsieur Courtier, right? He's I think he's maybe mixed them up a little bit too much absinthe before the battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh,
and they're just absolutely monged right now.
Two,
so they got the absinthe
3,
and the bongs.
4, 5. Let's do that. Oh no, I can't go 5.
Instant. Oh no! Was it the start of the round?
Yeah, sure.
So you could.
So I'm just gonna. I don't know what it was. I'm just gonna do that. If that's all right. These direwolves
just wheeled right round. Yeah.
Yeah. These direwolves are have got 8, so they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect.
Good stuff.
And I have no more movement. Magic is pretty much null void, if I'm honest. So I'm going to take one. What thing is Raven's Wing actually? What's the?
I think it's only got range
18 inches, so I might be able to move my zombies. Oh no! So I'm going to pick one just so that it's gone. And we would have had the worst one. So
can be good, can be bad. So, yeah. What you
I struggled with 4v2, so 3v2 was a definite dispel.
Yeah, 5v2, wasn't it? You fluffed it. That was incredible.
Yeah, it was a good roll. Yeah.
What would you have done with them? Just for
move them way up the flank and out of. Yeah, I didn't want them there to be overrun.
No, I thought that's your plan. I was very, very lucky you weren't able to do that, to be honest.
So what? You got to take the good and the bad luck. So I'm very happy. I got a good ghoul charge. So yin and yang, folks.
Yeah. Yin and yang.
Combat. So let's do the general's unit.
Okay. Oof, the big one.
So I am probably.
You're going to have
first, aren't I? Right?
Courtier first, yeah.
Yeah. So cool. So 4 attacks, offensive 8, defensive 5, 4. So 4. I'm hitting on 2s.
Oh, what? 3s?
Score difference.
8v. Oh, it's 8v4. Yeah, is that? Sorry, yeah. It's 4 difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
That's right.
Yeah. You're correct.
Cool.
He's a bit of a mean dude.
So and he's strength 5, your res 3. So 2s and 2s basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chap. I've also got Dragon Staff, so I'll be popping that at the same agility. I think I have to say that now.
Yes, you do. Do you want to do Dragon Staff first? Because that's
sure. Sure. So Dragon Staff.
That's agility 10.
Oh, is it? Anyway.
Yeah. So it's Dragon Staff first. An 8 for him.
Oh, it's Dragon Staff first anyway. So D6 plus 3 over here. So whatever this is, plus 3. So 5. Strength 3s? Yeah. So looking for 4s. 2.
A lot of 2 4s. And I get my Aegis at least. Oh, look at them go!
There we go. Dragon what?
Pillow fight. Pillow fight continues. That's what did my Dragon Staff. No, I used it against you, didn't I, when you were playing Warriors? I think I killed a couple. Possibly. I did a bit with it, actually. Yeah. It was quite flamey, my one, but yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
It's because the propane idols used all the propane up. That's the problem.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
So hitting on 2s, win on 2s. So avoid the 1s, please. That's a good start.
Can you dodge the 1s?
Yeah,
it's a very good start. Let's see if I can roll 4 Aegis.
4 5-ups.
My God, I
mean,
am
there's
absolutely spiking on those Aegis though right now. That is crazy.
Cool. Then over to you, sir.
So Bossman versus Varkey.
Yep.
So 4 attacks hitting on 4s again. Still can't hit anything.
Oh my days!
This is unbelievable.
He's a terrible general.
This is unbelievable. Demon symbiotes. Why did it? This is why you don't give them a magic weapon, right?
This is so exciting for people watching. Just no wounds are happening.
Literally, I mean, you're picking away the Succubi slowly, but I'm doing dark shy. So it's 13 attacks on the Varkalak though, right?
Yes.
So 9 + 4 with a lot of 4s. You'd think playing orcs, I'd be good at rolling 4s, wouldn't you? But turns out I'm not. So well, that's not bad.
7, I guess.
6, 7, yeah. Take it. And we need 6s.
Some 6s this time. You surely got to.
And we re-roll 6 more. I've still got that beautiful spell on. For 3 6s.
3 4-ups. It's my turn to do some Aegis. So
1 damage. 1 damage.
So he goes back with 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. So let's see what he can do. He's getting better, 1 better every time, and does 4 wounds this time. Yeah.
So 3 more down. This is not looking good for the Team Succubi here. So actually, you are going to win combat. I've got 2. You've got 6, I believe.
Yes.
So win combat by 4. I am still steadfast, though, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just a discipline 8. Passes it.
Nailed it.
No extra supernal damage for you.
Absolutely.
Oof,
yeah, at least there's some wounds going on now.
At least we've done a little bit of damage.
Yeah. What about the ghouls? Let's see how the ghouls get on.
So I think I'm swinging first.
Oh, you, mate.
You.
Yeah.
And I think you're getting every single one of them. This is maximum.
So 24 attacks from you.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I didn't attack the courtier.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
I've got. So I should have had.
You got 3 on the pastis, so unless you lose by, I mean, it doesn't matter what you lose by now. Unless you lose 4 to this acid Ica.
Yeah, good point. I'm going for it anyway. So I have to, don't I? There's no choice.
Yes.
So I've got
8 attacks because you would have had it before you. Oh no, I guess it is.
No.
Oh yeah, no, before the backlash. So 8 attacks.
So I would have had 8 attacks.
And defensive 7. So yeah, 4.
Offensive. So it's still 4. So 8 attacks hitting on 4s. That looks all right. It's not though. It's 3 hits.
3.
5s, is it?
Yeah.
So do I get any? I get 1 and 2 rerolls. I get 2.
2. AP 1. So 3 ups. Which is both.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
No, of course not.
No. Wow. Okay. This is why we didn't forget that then.
So yeah, well done for remembering. I still won combat, I think. But
yeah,
there we go.
You would have won combat by less, but you'd have won by 1 point, not 4.
Ica is only on 1s to wound.
Oh, hang on.
Was it
1 to hit or 1 to wound? No, I didn't roll any. Yeah. You can see it in the log. I got 2 2 5 and then a 2 and a 5.
Yeah. So you're all good.
All right, so goodbye. Now we're talking.
Yeah, so back over to the ghouls. So your 24 attacks.
What was this marker going? He said pretty, was that?
Perfect.
And I didn't get reminded. I just suddenly remembered.
Yeah, it's good you did. It's good you
did. It's because when we looked at this combat, I thought, oh, finally I get to swing with all of them. And then I thought, hang on, I should have swung with all of them in the last combat.
Yeah, man.
Because this is what we want to see. We want to see a lot of dice. So it's 15.
24, mate.
Oh, it's 24. Oh my goodness. So 8 is that?
8.
Yeah. So I'm hitting on 3s, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really want this fight?
Absolutely.
You'd really wanted it. Okay.
I was big into it.
So
didn't want you to hit like that, but
so 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 7 plus 4, 11, yeah. Plus another 6. So 17 hits, I believe.
17 hits. Wounded on 5s.
So I'll do
Killing
9
on
and an 8.
5s as well.
Yeah. So 17, 9 and an 8, yeah. How many 5s do we get? We get 5 5s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 guys die. Let's do 1, 2, 3.
I wasn't that lucky actually
5.
overall. Not so many 5s.
And my attack's back. So I have 2 attacks in the front. I'm 8. What am I wide? 7 wide. So 21 attacks from me. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Obviously, the first lot are poison as well. So I've got 21. So I will do 7, 7, 7. Right?
Yeah.
Count the
He's
6s.
feeling lucky today. He's feeling lucky
It's
today.
a lot of 6s actually.
3. You did get a lot of 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think. I can't do maths, but it looks like
I think
10.
it's 6 6s. Oh, this is very, very
That's
useful.
a lot of 6s, but it doesn't help you in those guys.
But only 4 hits. So 6 hit automatic wounds and 4.
Oh, are they
hits.
poison? Oh, they're poison now.
Yeah, so 6 go through, and to your ages, and then I'll add another 3, so 9.
3, so 9 ages saves. So I get
6.
you kill 6. Wow, good going.
Yeah, man.
That was. I think you did rather luckier than me there overall.
Lots of 6s. Lots of 6s.
It's hard to see that when there's that many dice going. It's a bit crazy, but I can see why you did maybe want this. So you win by.
So I got charge. I've got an extra rank, and I've got an extra wound, which is why the 3 are there. So I win by 3. Yeah.
So I've got discipline 5 coming from my general. 8 minus 3. You know I'm good at discipline 5s.
You know it.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
Now
and we continue, and then over to the interesting one, the spectral hunters.
Do we do the post-combat thingies now? Because I'm interested in doing a shuffle here.
Sure.
If I
can. Who chooses? I choose, so you can go first.
Yeah, you can go first. So I am going to attempt to select just my unit. I'm not doing very well at this. And I want to go 6. And a bit more, because I want to create a corner that I can charge, but obviously I can't get too close to the impassable voluntarily. Yeah, I know, Potato.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'll just. Oh, goodness.
Oh, you're gonna. Well, I don't think I can see him anyway, so I don't think it's relevant.
Sure.
I think you're all right. But so yeah, do whatever. I will shuffle a bit closer because we're both on the objective anyway. But yeah.
Cool. And then over to the spectral hunters versus the profane idol. All you, mate. Your 5 attacks first.
Yeah. So what have we got? I presume it's going to hit on. I don't know.
Force.
I have no idea.
Offensive 3, defensive 3.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So 5 attacks hitting on 4s. Yeah. Could be swingy. 2 hits, damaging on 2s. I think 6 plays, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I saw a 1 then, and it didn't happen.
2 ages, 4
ages saves, yeah.
So 1 wound. Take it.
Kill 1. Good going, propane.
Yeah, man. I have 8, 9, 10, 11 attacks back at you.
This is not good.
So I'll do 6 and 5 hitting on 4s. So it looks like 6 got through.
6. 4, 6, yeah.
Cool. So 6 strength 5 res.
4s versus 5.
4s. Cool. Only the 2.
2, and I've got 8. I've got no AP. I have armor, but no AP 10. So I've got 2 Aegises again. So 1 each.
There we go.
So I actually win combat
You
here.
win by 1, so I take a further 1. So 1's dead, and 1 dies to crumble or unstable.
All right going, Mr. Propane. That's what I thought. He's not that bad against them, weirdly, because they kind of can't really.
I thought there were a few more wounds, actually. So
yeah, no, that was a bit unlucky. But I did think if he gets, as long as he doesn't get unlucky in the first round, he's okay going. Like, yeah, he might. It's kind of even-ish, slight advantage to you, but the charge kind of gives me,
So over to you, sir.
That's it for combat, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, the possessed would like to charge Mr. Courtier. I think they can, unless I've made some terrible mistakes.
I wouldn't have been able to change otherwise, I think, in terms of reforming. Is it front?
Very hard to get out of line of sight. No, no, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because we're stuck, because the 2 models means I can't shuffle and you can't.
So I could.
Hang on.
I could do this.
You could, but I still think they'll be able to get in. Because they can go forward.
Is it flank, is it?
Yeah, well, good point.
So where it was.
I mean, I think majority's in the flank where you are.
Yeah, sure.
Do you? Hang on. Yeah, there's 3 guys in a bit that see his flank. Yeah, I don't think there's any.
Nice.
Shining. I could have potentially moved my demon, but I don't want to actually. So I'm happy with that. So yes, we all go to my. Sorry, I should have done that at the end of the combat phase, but I was like, yeah, you've blocked me up quite nicely by getting those long charges though, because I was like, I really want more fights here, but I can't get into them, which is annoying.
Yeah, although I don't think my general's long for this world after failing 2 armors like that. So
well, you never know. He might roll them all next time.
Yeah, well, that's it. Every single one.
Yeah. I think I have to abandon things here. Let's see what I can do. So is this charge auto in? I think it is. Yeah. Possessed. Can get auto for 6, so just pick them up and put them in. Is that right? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I was like, I lost all sound then. So I can maximize. I have to maximize like this, something like this. Or yeah, no, I have to get 4 guys in. So there's that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, can I get? No, I can't get 5. Can I? I think there's any way I can get 5 in. That's as close as I can get it to.
Yes.
To right. We know where they're supposed to be. So yeah, the rest of my movement, I guess. Oh, and hasten the out. Spectral Blades is currently off. We'll try and get that back on. It did actually do something last time, actually, as well. It was quite useful. So magic has done something in this battle. Very little.
Yeah, man.
So which one do I need? Do I need 7 or a 9? 7. 1. Is that? Oh, have I clipped? Oh, I've clipped him, haven't I? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to reform, maybe.
I can have to sidestep. They've been totally gummed up by that combat. This is why I think in essence rules, right, because of the static unit formations and there's no way to shuffle, change your formation.
Sure.
I think like the post-combat pivot-y stuff, we often end up in these situations where you kind of get screwed and you can't really do anything. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you like it, or?
I think it's just part of a rank and flank game. I don't think it's an essence problem.
I feel like maybe
I don't necessarily think it's a. Yeah. Well, I guess that's what. But with more flexibility comes more rules, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you could have pivot and then you could maybe shuffle a direction. I don't know, like
changing the formations and things is quite a massive.
oh no, yeah, no, I don't want that. It's just when you've got, especially when you've had 2 units fighting one, like it may happen here as well after this combat potentially. But it's like, oh, but now you can pivot, but actually you kind of can't because if the trajectory, you know what I mean? Like
again, no, with the pivots and
geometry.
things, if you allow all the flexibility, people can like do anything.
Yeah, I know. So these guys are just gonna have to sidestep 1, 2, and a half. Yeah, I think that's all I can do with them really this turn, which is very disappointing. Yeah, never mind. That's what happens when you take too many succubi, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much.
No, I know. But I want to make them. Everyone wants to see broken succubi in action, right?
Oh.
Oh, right. Sorry. Moving 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something like that. I've got 2 turns, 3 turns left. 2 turns left after this, so okay. Huh. This is so annoying if you somehow. Well, there's no enemy now over, so that's the good news, all right. So they can still see them. That's quite nice, actually. Okay, I want that like that. Okay. And then cultists. Oh my goodness. I think they're going to just do a pivot on the spot. Because I think if I... Whoa, that's not the center point, or is it? So this is one of the things I find weird in TTS. If you've got a unit like this, there's no center point. The center point isn't a model.
Oh, right, sure.
Do you know what I mean? What's it say? Grab them by
the
frame. Okay, but the frame. Okay. All right. So what I'm hoping,
Perfectly done.
yes, I'm hoping for some dodgy antics whereby I can. Oh, are they in 6 inches or not? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Yeah, I don't think I can claim that. To be all honest.
Judges all over it.
Yeah, no. That's the tray's in, but the model isn't. Never mind, never mind. I'm still gonna make that move, I think. But I'm gonna not go quite as far in that case. I'm gonna do something like that. There's 2 combat phases round. I mean, do I even care if you go into the flank of the cultists? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Gives me a lot of options to either swing round next turn or... Wait, what? Also, I'm not sure what Veil of the Age is trying to show me there. Have I done something wrong? Type here. You just hand grab the models. Okay. Okay. I think that's all right then.
Clean
you happy with it? Hey?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay.
However you want.
Very good, very good, very good. So, yes. Cool. I think that's me done then. Magic.
Amen.
Get 3 plays 2.
Oh, that's the worst one.
So I'm going to 3 dice Spectral Blades on this unit of Succubi here.
I bet you do.
It's not a very high roll though.
Yeah.
No magic. We will not have magic.
Having less dice works, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Both just nothing on the magic, is it? Right, I'm going to start with the. I'm going to strangely start with the Profane Idol.
Okay, over to you.
5
attacks.
attacks, 4s.
In on 4s.
Come on, Mr. Propane. Come on.
Come on, Propies.
2s. Propanus. So 2 ages for you.
2 Aegises for me. 1.
1 gets 1. Mr. Propane.
So a 9 attacks, hitting on 4s. Then wounding on 4s. That's 5.
Yeah.
Wounding on 4s. 2 again.
2 more, and then 2 Aegis. 2 Aegis this time.
No, just
Get it.
So I win 2-1.
You do win 2-1. So have I still got discipline from the general? Have not, but his discipline is 8 anyway. So general didn't matter for him. So yeah, he's all right.
7 is good by 1. Nice.
So he's down. He's got loads of hit points. This guy. He's just a hit point machine.
So you got 4 left, yeah.
Yep.
Sounds bad.
Yeah. And then we'll do the big fight.
Big one. Cool. My lad first.
Mr. Vampire, who would you like to hit?
The Possessor and the Flank. They both have a 5-up Aegis, right?
Possessed.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why, but they do.
So it doesn't really matter who I hit. So I'll go against the Succubi, I think, because I think they're easier. Well, it's 2s and 2s regardless. So 2s and 2s going forward against the Succubi. There's 1-1.
It's finally found
2
someone.
2 1s.
What good is it?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my
1
wow.
wound. If they weren't dead before, they might be dead now.
Oh man. I mean, I cannot. Do you know what? I've took the most busted army I could find, and I cannot complain about my luck overall. Obviously, there's been ups and downs, but generally speaking, I would say I've had the run of the rollers overall.
So it's your Succubi next.
Bossman next.
Bossman, yeah, sure.
4s on 4s. I mean, this guy's been sucking, so now's the time to try. No, it's
absolutely
not. Needs a 3 to damage, I think. Well, yeah, 4's definitely going to be do it. So Aegis on the Varkey.
Yep.
Takes 1. That's a bit of damage. It's good stuff.
Succubi.
Succubi next. So I've got 6, 7 against the Vampire. I'll do those first.
Yeah, sure.
Hitting on 4s. That's 4 hits. Wounding on 5s.
Yes.
And he gets 1 more.
He deserves to die.
I've got 1. I've got 1/1 there, by the way.
Right, so that's my armor, and then back at you.
Back at me
is a wound.
Oh, and an Aegis, Still nothing. My Aegis rolls have been absolutely bonkers. Absolutely crazy. I definitely need to play demons in the near future, don't I?
Mate, 5-ups all across the board. That's what I mean. You're saying about Flame Wardens, 4-ups, only 1 less, and it's everything.
I know. But it's a lot, though. It's weird because it's only 16%, but then when you do the maths on damage, it actually works out a lot because you go from a third to a half, which is significant. Like, it's one of those that the maths is really odd, and I feel like your gut on the maths is truer than the actual maths. I don't know how to explain this, but I'll wax there. Anyway, Succubi have been done.
So Varkalak now.
Hang on, Varkalak. No, Varkalak. Succubi versus Varkalak next, isn't it?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
So we got 9. 9, 10, 11, 12 attacks now.
12 attacks. In on 4s, win on 5s.
So I'll do 6 and 6 just to make the maths a bit easier. So we've got 7 hits, I believe.
Yep.
Quite lucky, yeah, quite lucky. But they need 6s. Get 1.
Get 1. There we go, baby. Yep.
Varkey's going. He's 2 damage now on that Varkey.
He's seeing the Lord Flub. But at least he gets some attacks. So he's going to go towards them, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. So 3. Maybe.
3 Aegis. This time, 3 kills. So that was So right, so far I've just done 2 damage, right, to the Varkalak. So these dice don't. I think I'm missing a counter for some reason. Because he'd already taken 2, hadn't he?
No, you only took 1.
He's only took 1 before this fight.
Yeah. The other one
right.
on the left.
You're
took
right. You're right.
2
It's
and
2 on the. Yeah, sorry. That's it.
It shouldn't matter though, because you do have enough to crumble me before you even
well,
attack.
that's what we're hoping. So the final guy is the agility 0 possessed now. Gonna have a pop at your guy. I guess they're gonna hit on 5s, to be honest, because they're only
2 versus 7. Yeah.
Skill 2. So I've got 2 attacks each. So 1. So that's 8, 12 attacks hitting on 5s. Yeah. Do we get any 5s? Only 2, not so good.
Damaging
on 3s
static.
though.
Yep.
6, 6. So damaging on 3s. Only 1 more. So 1 more. Oh no, Aegis. No, he's not got an Aegis, has he? Oh, you've got an armor.
AP.
AP is
3. It's enough.
Is it
2
enough?
goes to 5 up. Yeah.
5
So he's
up, so 1
dead,
more.
and the Varkalak crumbles.
Does everything crumble?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of course, because 3 plus Yeah. So is that a take him off?
Take him off. Boom.
Wow. That's good. That's good news for me, for sure. So I get to. Can I do a pivot that gets these guys? Oh, I've clicked the wrong button. Get the tray. Something like that. And then these guys. Oh, hang on. Let's reduce this tray size. Oops, wrong one. I'm gonna let. I can see the steady hand of Veil of the Ages here, sorting out my tray. Thank you very much, Votter. Mr. Veil. No, I don't think I can do any again. I'm kind of screwed on the pivoting. I mean, I can maybe. Because they started within an inch of each other, but then they won't be able to make that charge. No, I think the best bet is to leave them where they were.
Sure.
Can they see? They can see the flank of the ghouls. Okay. So still more combat to go. It is a slugfest. Succubi versus ghouls.
Yeah, man. Over to you.
Still maximum attacks though. Maximum. This is one of the combats where the 7 wide would have done better. So what is it? 24, did we say? 8, 8, 8 hitting on 3s, right? We're hitting on 5s. Yep.
I'm just reading something before you do that. If the army general is removed as a casualty, undead units must immediately perform a discipline test if failed. Unit suffers a wound for each point where they failed by.
Right. Do you want to go left to right?
So in terms of undead, everything left is undead, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I have no Varkalaks left, but they wouldn't be.
Oh, really?
So Spectral Hunters have Discipline 5. Boom. So they lose 2.
Oh, that's big. That really helps me.
Okay. And the zombies can't be much more than 2. So lose 1.
See, they're still busy with the bongs and the absinthe. They just
absolutely. This is the ghouls, so that's 10. The ghouls were discipline 6, so that is 4.
Oh bloody hell! Right, again. Well, I'm getting the ones I wanted.
And the dogs.
They're fine. Basically, all your
discipline 3.
All your crummy units passed it, and all your good unit. Oh, that's
fantastic. So now it's over to the Succubi.
All right, thank you. Very, very sporting, because I would not have thought of that at all.
Of course, got to play the rules. Over to you.
So 24 attacks hitting on 4. Sorry, hitting on 3s. Killing on 3s.
5. Killing 5.
Yeah, 3s and 5s. 24 of them. Come on, we want to see some good rolling here. We want to see some absolutely broken Succubi that need to get sorted.
Well, there
So
we go.
only 4 misses in that lot.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
That's 20 hits.
As
Oh
rolls
my
go, that's pretty
lord.
good.
This is
But it's
what we have.
fives is the
wanna
main thing.
see.
So.
If they had rerolls on their damaging, oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
20 hits, I'll do 992.
Sure.
Is it going to be a wipeout? No.
7. It absolutely is.
7 guys. Contra, 30 guys.
That's
Up,
what's
up,
up. 2,
down,
3,
down.
4, 5. I have 10 attacks. We're still poisoning, which is good. Hitting on 4s, I believe.
Yeah, but 2 6s and another 3.
So another 3. We're now 4s. Yeah.
So
3 into no. Yeah, 3
4.
in total.
Oh yeah, sorry, 3 in total. 3 Aegis. This is no Aegis this time though. So
there we go.
Whittling them down.
There we go.
Is it going to be a full crumble or not? Are you going to have one guy left? Because it could matter.
It's 7
I've
to
got
you, 3 to me. So you're winning by 4. You have a rank.
So I don't think I kill you all.
Why not? You win by
4,
5.
5. Oh, there's already 5 left.
Yeah.
Oh, that is exactly. Oh,
exactly the amount. But that's all you need.
Wow.
Sorry,
That shouldn't happen. That was very. You should have had one. You should have had a few.
It's all good, mate. It's all good.
So anyway, Succubi busted, right?
Well, I don't know. Yes, but I think in the amount. I think if you had 2 on the table and the exact same other thing, I think you're fine.
No, it's just the points. No, they're fine. It's just points value.
Well, 0 to 4 is mad.
Way too cheap.
Yeah, 0 to 4 is mad as well, I think. But really, I think it was just had like my Varkalax and I mean, taking 2 wounds on my Lord as well. Yeah. I think my Varkalax should have done a bit more, if I'm honest. But that's what you get without having rerolls and +1s and stuff. So
it was really about, can I hold that combat long enough to get support in? But as soon as the support came in, you probably weren't going to.
You didn't need the support, I don't think, in the end. But
maybe not. Maybe not. But they're so spiky though with the 6s and the 5s, and it's just if you get lucky, they're just ridiculous, aren't they?
All right. Well, the zombies are going to win it for me though.
Zombies are going to have to stop chilling.
You have to do going there. For reasons.
Are you going to? Oh, okay. You like to fight some possessed, would you?
And the dogs will go into the rear here.
Oh,
if they can see them.
Tasty. Actually, I don't think you can.
No, not quite. So I will go into the cultists.
Because where I put them originally, they wouldn't have been able to see. So yeah. Although you did.
So the zombies, I don't know what they need, but I'll roll a 9, so 13. They might actually get in. And the dogs on Swift Ride get in. So probably in as well. So happy days.
Well, you've successfully stopped my cultists from scoring. That's probably the result of that.
Did the zombies get in as well?
Yeah, you only needed 13. You got it.
Sick, bro.
Oh yeah. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Are you 25 mil bases? No, you're not. But you're exactly the same size. So basically, if you're in, I'm in. So it probably doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't matter anyway.
Slides,
I wouldn't worry too much.
I know. I'm just being, sorry. I'm being a rules.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm happy to be out for what it's worth.
Well, we can both shuffle in. So we're fine.
Sure. So no magic. On to combat. Let's do the profane idol.
Yeah. So I'm swinging. 5 hits on 4s. Is he feeling propane this time? Profane. He's got 2 hits. He always does his 2 damage. Can he keep it up? He always kills 1 every single time. Can he do it? You got 2 Aegis to go.
2 Aegis to go.
No, he can't. He's buffed it this time.
Not this time, baby. So 6 attacks, hitting on 4s, I think.
Yeah.
And winning on 4s, I think.
4s and 4s. Gets 4.
Oh,
Gets
they love
3
it.
more. Oh, it's
They
looking
love
bad.
it.
It's looking bad unless I can spike this. 2 more damage. And I'm taking a break check again. And he's got display 8 still. Passes. Oof. Okay, so no more damage. So he's down to he's took
How
5
much did you
damage now.
lose the combat by? No?
Only it doesn't matter because I'm steadfast against you. You got light troops and I'm a towering.
Sure.
So yeah. So it's always straight discipline for that. Yeah. Even in the flank and that, it's like that's the problem with light troops. They can't break steadfast. But as you know, I'm sorry, I'm telling you what you already know. But in case you were thinking the Essence of War rules are a bit different.
Yeah, sure.
They
That's
are
good to explain.
They are a bit different, but they work out the situation. There's
cool. The dogs. I think Will I go first? Here?
8. Yeah, I'm sure you will.
3
against really bad.
Same agility, but I will strike first. So my dogs, offensive, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s with a strength 3.
And everything but the ages, yeah.
Strength 4. So 8 attacks. Boom. 6, which is very good. And then 3s, not so good. 2.
Not so good. Oh man, 2 ages. Do have armor, but no, they don't. Animate both ages. What? Nice. Absolute
cool.
Cultists.
Smashing it up, mate.
I'm not sure any of my cultist jokes will be politically correct, so I'm not going to make any. So I've got.
Oh, no ages for cultists apparently, but it doesn't matter too much. So 2 dead.
Two dead. Sorry. Yeah. Oh,
but you still passed them, so that's good to know.
That's what's important. That my 5 rolling does not stop apparently ever. So I got 10 back. I do 5 and 5s. I'm sure they're hitting on 4s because they're offensive skill 2. These are basically worse than goblins. But
you won't be hitting me on 5s. You'll be hitting me on 4s.
Yeah, 4s. Yeah, so that's actually I've got 4, 5, 7 hits.
Yeah,
that's quite good. Damaging on 4s as well. Strength 3, resistance 3.
Yeah, 3s and yes, the 4s.
So 7 4s. Wow, these cultists are going to town. My God.
We'll believe that, you know.
Rains it pour. What? You just? Oh, they got no armor.
No, absolutely not. And then the zombies last, and I think I'll probably call it there if that's all right.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You had enough of this nonsense.
But I want to see if the zombies can do anything here. So it's you first.
No, they're agility 0.
Oh, yes, of course. So 10 attacks hitting on 4s, I think.
Come on, the cultists can do
3,
it.
4. And winning on 4s, 3.
So these do have Aegis, yeah. For some reason, these guys do. And I wasted my luck. So you did get some kills.
Go zombies.
But then they're an absolute ridiculous amount back. So that's 6, 12, 18 are back. So 9 and 9. I'm going to hit. Actually, you defensive skill 1 or 2?
1. See how once.
The first time it mattered.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting on 3s with 18 attacks. This is not going to go well, I predict.
No.
So that's 5.
13?
It's 13, yeah. So I'll do, and they're damaging on 2s. Strength 6. So that's 9 plus another 4. So 2 1s, they kill 11 zombies.
Ooh.
That's ridiculous as well. These possessed are very strong as well, by the way.
Yeah,
I really rate them as a unit. Like, because if they could be bigger, they'd be insane. But they're at the max size, this one, 6x3. But I mean, strength 6 AP3 and ages 5 up. Like, that's all you need to know. And 2 attacks. Yeah. It's like, I don't care what other stats they've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got movement 5 as well. What insanity! I thought I've been moving them at I thought they were like cool. I thought they were like humans because the models. I thought they were 4/8. It doesn't. Not that it mattered. I couldn't really get them out of dodge, but well, lucky 6s.
Yeah. Well done.
The absolute
shaking.
broken army and some broken dice rolls.
There's not often in Essence of War where you don't need 2 of your units.
Where you are? No, yeah. Oh my! I mean, I damn them. I think I think the thing is, right? I think you played it better than me. I really think you did.
Potentially, I think actually I should have knuckled down and put both Varklax into one. That's my mistake.
That was the one thing I thought you were going to do. I thought, oh, you're going to send a whole.
But yeah, I guess I was banking on the character as well, so it's my third person. So
yeah,
but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I thought that might be the play. Yeah, if you put double Varklak and Vampire all as like a big squad together, essentially, even though they're not a unit, but they could travel around trying to wipe out a unit at a time.
Yeah, I tried to spread myself a little bit too much, but that's because you have 4 units of Succubi.
Exactly. So insane. It's just insane. I mean, and I mean, obviously going first didn't help me, but the objective probably did help me because I've got a lot of units.
Oh yeah. What you've got? 6?
Yeah, even going first, I was like, well, that's normally bad with this objective, but actually I've got a lot of units. And they're fast. Like the Succubi movement 10 and Swift Stride is bonkers. Like as well.
Nice.
So I was like, even though I didn't take, it's why I didn't take the Claude Fiends and this extra speedy stuff, because I was like, I don't really need it. I feel like the Succubi faster. And the Profane Idol was, although I could maybe against some lists, I was like, well, it's movement 7, maybe it can kind of zone a little bit. But actually, I want it to support a Succubi unit, not go in by itself.
It's interesting that there's no like raise mechanics, but I guess that's because of rules, right? Because that's what the cultists have to do normally, right?
Yeah, they don't have to summon the demons, don't they, on the board? Yeah, again, it's trying to keep. They are going to change quite a lot.
Yeah,
because as I've just demonstrated, they have some very very silly stuff at the moment. I think there is I think Chronoside on the forums played with them. But I think he took kind of a balanced list and was kind of like, oh, these don't seem that good. And I was like, no. What you need to do here is take a lot of Succubi.
Yeah.
Because they are a little bit rock, paper, scissors, but there's so many attacks. Do you care? It's like agility 5. They actually, I mean, they do get mulched by our good friends, the Flame Wardens, of course. But not when there's 4 units of like.
I really think you're discounting. You're giving the 4 up Aegis more than the 5 up Aegis army wide.
Yeah, you're right. I feel you.
I feel like
the points they're so much better. Like they're absolutely ridiculous right now.
Yeah, it's like demons having army wide. There's a reason like demons are normally top, one of the top ones.
They are, aren't they? And then they keep trying to nerf them with points. But the thing the cultist list can't do, it can't do like I guess, can the demons do it in essence? I mean, you've got a threshing engines, a single model. It's kind of a chariot-y kind of thing, isn't it? Just looking at.
Well, I mean, if you look at the Succubi, having 24 attacks from a 175 point unit is stupid. In essence is
I know
because in fantasy battles that'd be you consider this an MSU list, right? But but they're not small units in essence. They're verging on one of the biggest, 18.
Yeah.
I mean, you capped Flame Wardens at 15, didn't you?
No, there's you can have 1 unit at 20 now.
Okay, cool.
But only 1 unit.
Yeah. But that's like a massive unit, right?
Yeah.
So you've got 4 of them.
I know.
They're not quite as powerful as Flame Wardens.
No, I was doing the maths because I thought you were going to take Highborn Elves.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'd made a Highborn Elf list for this game, and I was like, it might beat this list, like, but it's like almost a perfect counter because it's got
it's the Aegis, yeah.
Well, no, I've got a ton of longbows. It's basically a bow line. My Highborn
Elf. How many bows do you need to get through 1 unit of
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Considering it's like hitting on, let's say 4. Let's say best you're hitting on 4s, wound on 4s with a 5 up Aegis with 30. Have you got in your 30 shots?
It was how many? No, it's 20
Right.
plus 15. It's got a lot. It's got
Well,
21.
okay, let's say 40, right?
30.
But even if it's
got 51 longbows.
okay, 50 for easy.
And two Sea Guard Reapers.
Hitting on 4s, wounded on 4s, so 25 down to 12. Then down to 8. So you do 8 wounds with the bows per turn.
Yeah.
And let's say one of this unit, so you get your half on a unit. Then you maybe get. So you got 6. You got 12 attacks, 12 shots, wounded on 4s from the Reapers. Then 4s, then 3s. So down to 6, down to 4. So you don't kill a unit every turn.
No, I think you're right. I think the Cultists will still win because all they do is just run across the board. Just run across the board with your Succubi. One unit goes down for sure before you get there, or you split fire, but it's actually probably better not to. But then the Succubi just absolutely mulch whatever they touch in combat.
And their agility is 5, which I think for the most part is elves.
Equal, right? Equal to elves. The only unit that will, as I say, the trouble is they'll go in. The Flame Wardens will beat one of the units up in combat, but they'll take a lot of damage in return. And then it'll be a mop-up job for like the Cultists and like this objective. If I'd played this list against my Highborn Elf list, this list would beat it for sure. I think on this objective.
Yeah, sure. The assassin one you might struggle with. Otherwise, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
But like you said, this list is changing. I'm not sure. The 0 to 4 thing is odd for me. Is there many things that are 0 to 4 in essence?
Well, so what it is, it's basically half of what they get in Fantasy Battle. So I've never looked. I'll be honest, I've never looked at the Fantasy Battles Cultist, but I have looked at it. I've looked at it, but I've never studied it. So I'm going to have a quick look now, unless you need to go, which is totally cool if you do. If you want to hang about and chat, we shall hang about and chat, and maybe people watching this later will enjoy our chitter chatter. It's the Agoners and PTG podcast now. We can make an impromptu podcast.
Available ages doing visuals everywhere.
Yeah. So let's find the Cultists. Can I find them? There we are, Cultists, Fancy Battles. So let's try and work out why we've got so many Succubi. Other than the fact I'm an absolute cheesy dude. So yeah, because they are core and not restricted in Fantasy Battle for Cultists. So you can have essentially an infinite amount in Fantasy Battles. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So that's probably why. I think that's probably it. So what does he say? What's Potato saying? Can you read that? It's somewhere around for me.
Something all units
0 and max 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So infinite will drop to 0-3. I agree. I think that'll be fine. Because anything that forces non-skew lists I like basically. Because obviously I've created an absolute skewed monstrosity here.
Well, even 3 units of 6x3, even so, this unit here you didn't even use.
I know.
And so I mean, with Succubi, I would consider them 0 to 2 absolute max, because there's not many lists that can take something agility 5 with 24 attacks.
No, true.
I know it's only strength 3 AP 1, so there is that big thing, but there's not like sheer number, weight of attacks.
Yeah, for sure.
That's massive.
And Spectral Blade, like any buffs, I was like, the reason I took Spectral, I was like looking, well, I want 1 spell, because I think we've agreed.
You only got it once in 4 as well. You
always want to take 1 spell if you can. 0 spells is viable, but 1 spell's probably the most efficient use of Flux, I think, in essence at the moment. I think we both think that.
Yeah. 2 for variety. 1
can
for...
be, but you need to have the right 2. Like they need to both be useful quite a lot, I think. But yeah, Spectral. Like if you could get you can't get shamanism, so you can't get Awaken the Beast on them, but that would be so good on them. Like, but Spectral Blades is flipping good on them, to be honest, as well.
Yeah, very much so.
Like rerolls is better a lot of the time than +1, especially when they're damaging on 5s or 6s. It's a lot better. but yeah, having the extra AP would sometimes be useful. Obviously, not particularly against your list, but yeah. So, do you think the buffed Spectral Hunters, because we've buffed them up a bit, because I've been constantly kind of saying that they're not really strong enough, but you obviously thought they're strong enough to take.
I actually, even with the Succubi, the sheer number of them, really, I don't think I could have ever done it. But my list actually, I thought I could win here. Like they should have been in your backfield, right?
Yeah, that would have been, yeah.
And even like I had a bad day dice wise on that front, but like rolling 7 on 4 dice is like just mad. And then you dispelled it with 2 as well. So like,
I know.
So if they're in the backfield, I have like a harassment unit.
Yeah, it's a significant pain in my backside.
Or I actually was totting up, if I want to do it, this charge as well into your flank while I had the Varkalak there. So even if I'm like here, so because I was only just in your line of sight, right, with the overrun.
You were, yeah.
So like that would have been your best overrun if you were like here, right? So even if I was back here, I'd be like that distance can't be much more than a 12, can it? Oh, sorry, 15, 16. So I need an 8 on Swift Stride to get into your flank. And this unit isn't going anywhere.
No.
So I could have got into that. I don't think the Varkalaks, I think, are good. This unit of Succubi actually did really good work against my Varkalak. A bit quicker than I guess.
Yeah, they got a lot of 6s, didn't they?
But that happens. You only need 1 or 2 spikes for it to go. And then I didn't get any Aegis on that one. On the other one, I did. So, yeah I don't know. If I had doubled up, fine. But the issue then I have is that if I double up, then you've got the rest of your army to just charge flanks. And so I can double up for 1 turn, you'll be steadfast, and then you kill me anyway. So there's not much play I can do. I did the dogs to try and distract you, which nearly did. And then
I knew. I was just like, I have to just ignore them. Like they're gonna annoy me, but I have to just ignore them. I was trying to prevent that get around the side with the Spectral Hunters, but then I kind of forgot about the Raven's Wing. So that was you should have done that. But yeah,
I actually probably what I should have done was put the dogs my first turn up a little bit so that you could charge them, because I think you might have charged them then.
I might well have done, yeah.
And then they're out of the way. Then this unit is out of the way for me.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Ghouls versus Succubi. You were going to get a lot of attacks, but I'm a higher res, so as long as you don't have the rerolls to wound.
That's right.
And my thought process was if I can get you fighting somewhere else as well, then the Ghouls, you've got 2 places to try and like multiple combats to try and do it. But I didn't actually mind the matchup here. It's just sheer weight of you've got 7 units.
If those Succubi was 3 units and they cost a lot more, and I didn't have like maybe the Possessed or the Cultists as well, like start to become a actual fair game, then wouldn't it?
So the Succubi core, right, as well. So there's absolutely no reason you need those Cultists.
No, not really.
So that Succubi needs to be quite expensive to not take max 3.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I mean,
you're very scared of armor lists, but like, there's not that many lists that can really do heavy armor. I think maybe I was too worried about armor.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. In the same way that a 4-up Aegis isn't too much, or is better than a 5-up Aegis, having a 2-up armor at maximum is well better than having a 3-up. So that AP1 in the Succubi is massive as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They've got a little bit of everything, and then at those points they're cheap as chips.
Bonkers, I know. Yeah, well, so it was reading the like
10% of the list as well. Just over 1,600 points.
Although here's the fun thing about my list is it does spend over 50% of its points on core.
I mean, but the core is better than the.
Core's better than the rest of stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm interested. Yeah,
the Warriors might have that, maybe.
Yeah.
But then you've got
they're gonna be adjustments. I don't know if you've read on the forum. I think it's in the public forum, but I'll share it now anyway. We're trying to cut the maximum points of any unit that you can have in core. There's 375.
Just to jump in, Remy, quickly. No, I've been quiet the whole time, but bear in mind that in the Cultist Fantasy Battles army, any demon units are special choices, not core.
Oh, Succubi says counts towards core and summon demons.
Yeah, so it's part of your summon demons allowance.
Oh, summon demons is a special.
That's not a thing in Essence.
No, okay.
So there's an extra factor in the Fantasy Battles version. Whereas in Essence, because you haven't got a demons allowance, you don't have to worry about it.
Right. Yeah. So how does summon demons work in the thing?
There's not a great deal. There's not a very high limit in Fantasy Battles for summon demons. So I think looking at your list in Essence, you'd be way over on demons allowance in percentage.
Right. Okay.
Because of all your sacrifice.
Yeah, because it's more of a demon list than a
With a few cultists.
For sure.
Okay, that's something to take into account then. So maybe they should be 0.02. Like maybe we should reduce the numbers.
Well, I think at maximum.
So counting as core, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go away again.
No, very good. It's the PTG Agoners podcasts. Agonizers number 4. So I do want to make another podcast sometime. So maybe I'll try and do a Ninth Age one and get you guys on or something. That could be
man.
Fun. Could be quite interesting.
But good game otherwise. I'd like to think I give it my best shot, but it didn't really look like it at the end.
No, I think it was a compounded. You got some bad luck. In key situations, to be honest.
But
really shafted you.
It's still fun to see the cultists out. I don't normally play against cultists, so that's cool. It was nice to have the vampires out as well. I haven't played that high elf list in this in ladder yet, so maybe I'll get that out.
Yeah. The hope. Well, I'm gonna say as well, for the nice thing about Essence, I'm gonna sell Essence a little bit because I would be, if someone wanted to play me, as we've just ascertained with Hyper-G chipping in there, like I would be very clueless of how the rules work if I played a game of Fantasy Battles against Cultists. I'd be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, my head. Whereas, like, we joked at the start of this game that, there's a bit of reading, but we were just reading stats, right? It wasn't too difficult once we knew the stats as to what was going on. So it's that's the thing with Essence. It's like you can bring out a crazy army that's different, but it's not so different that you're struggling, like to play it.
Yeah, and obviously we're doing it online and like perhaps on multiple screens, whatever. I've got the two army lists up, the whole pages. But in real life, you've got the pages, right?
Yeah, so you have it printed out and just So
it's just as easy.
Yeah,
if not easier in real life.
So summon demons max is 45%. By the way, I found it in Fantasy Battles for a Cultist Fantasy Battles army. It's maximum 45% summon demons. So so this is definitely blown that, I would suspect, because I'm sure all the demony stuff counts. Not sure about the profane. I've stopped that. I can't stop it. It's a weird unit actually.
It's not from the demons, so I think fine to call it a cultist thing.
That's a weird guy stats wise, because he's a bit like he kind of does it's a very I kind of like it as a monster because it's a bit generic. It does a bit of everything, but it isn't amazing at anything. It's just sort of there and doing a bit of everything. I think it's got just enough to scare infantry units, which is quite good. Because with 5 attacks and D3 stomps, if it was fighting infantry,
the stomps,
the stomps put it up to actually it might still win against a fully ranked infantry unit if it gets a little bit lucky with its attacks. Which is why it's quite good. Because as soon as you get to that level, it's like, oh, okay. Whereas like stuff like the
7 HP is very good as well, especially with the Aegis.
Yeah, it's a tanky bow. It's a tanky
equivalent of 10 wounds with an Aegis.
It reminds me a little bit of the Cyclops a little bit from the Beast Herds, which is relevant to us now because we will be playing that battle at some point soon, potentially. What's it? Hungry Wood. I apologize. So we're gonna have to. So that the Cyclops in the Beast Herd list, somewhat similar actually. When you look at it, it's got the similar ages 5 up and res 5 and 6 hit points.
6. Okay.
And it's about the same points, 275 versus 300.
Oh.
Even worse on the defense and offense, but I mean, once you get down to 2s and 3s, you probably just 4s most of the time anyway. Is all you're looking for. Same dis, same fear, same towering. I'm guessing it's paying for its hurl attack. That's kind of why it's paying a little bit more because it's got shooting as well.
Sure.
Cyclops, but
no, it's cool. And like I said, we'll play that another time as well. So that'll be interesting to see him now.
Very interesting. I'll tell you nothing of our plans.
But yeah, we'll call it there for this. Good, well played, and you can stay top of the ladder.
Yes. I've got to play next month then. Hopefully it's because the way the ladder works.
It'll be Little Joe because he beat me.
Oh, Little Joe again. This is what might happen. We've theorized this in the ladder. We might have to create a new rule where you play someone different or something. But we'll see how it goes because there was a way you could end up playing essentially 2 people, one month on, 1 month off, because the way it works. Which is kind of the idea of it in a way, because it's sort of like it's not really a ladder to say who's doing the best. It's more like a matchmaking thing. So it's like if you're doing well, you get to play against other people that are also doing well. That's like the main thing of it. So
I think if you're encouraging people to play different armies, though, someone isn't necessarily being better. They're just choosing a different army that wins.
In my case, choosing the most broken army that was possibly allowed in the beta version.
Hey, we both had the choice.
Hey?
We both had the choice, didn't we?
I thought about Warriors. I was like, no, the Succubi is the most broken thing we have. So I deserve a round of booze for being an absolute scumbag.
That's it, mate. That's it.
But
no, it was good. It was good nonetheless, and they are very nice artwork there.
They are lovely,
Anton Hammer, was it? They did it.
Anton Hammer. And that's the same. But it was useful from a playtest point of view to comprehensively prove that what we will be fixing next release does need to be fixed.
That's it.
So don't worry.
But no, thanks very much, game. Well played, and
well played yourself.
See you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. Bye.